Hello, everybody. It's LaTonya, and welcome to Delicious Life. My life is delicious. My joy is nutritious. My smile is contagious. My laughter is outrageous. Ha ha. Listen, thank you for joining me. Today, I'm going to be talking about some of the things that we eat, some of the things that we put into our bodies, and how we really have to be careful. Later on in, another podcast, we'll be talking about the things that we put onto our bodies. But today is going to be into my body. And you know what? It's just so crazy how we have to really be so careful because our food is so processed, highly processed, and there's just no good in it. You have to stick to whole foods that God grew, honey. If God didn't grow it, it ain't no good. So that's hard to do. I know it. We grew up on Doritos and Cheetos and cookies and syrup and boxed pancakes and all that stuff. But you know what? Time brings about a change. And like Dr. Maya Angelou said, when you know better, you do better, right? That's it. Y'all like my mug? This is my friend Cassandra Sanders gave me this mug, and it looks like me. Got me on the back. Ha. I love this mug. But anyway, I have a sous chef in my kitchen today, and she is my wonderful love bug friend. I call her love bug because she just exudes love. She just has a high vibe of love and acceptance and peace. And I try to surround myself with people like that. So I am going to introduce her, but let me see, where is my, okay. But let's drum roll, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the amazing Di. I guess that's what's, it's okay for you to call her that, that's my girlfriend, but she could probably say that's okay.
Hello.
I went ahead and started, girl. I'm just like, let's go ahead and get this show on the road.
Let's do it.
So how you doing?
I'm doing absolutely amazing.
Good. What's happening in the world of acting for you?
I just submitted an audition, self-tape audition this morning. And yes, oh my goodness, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of moving around.
It is. So we're gonna talk about that next time. So we can go into more depth about that, but I know you're gonna kill it. I'm gonna see you on the big screen with everybody else who think they're good as you. So I was just telling the people that we are going to talk about the things that we put into our bodies this time. Yes. So the processed foods, okay, here's the whole thing in a nutshell. Mm-hmm. If God didn't make it, it's no good for us.
Mm-hmm.
That's it in a nutshell. So, but like I was telling the people, girl, it's so hard to not eat some of the stuff that we grew up on. We grew up on crackers and all kinds of crazy peanut butters and all this stuff that we just love, Pop-Tarts and all the, the goodies, the baddies. Cheetos, Doritos, make your fingers all yellow. And we didn't even think about it. I'm going to tell you something. My diet in high school was horrible. And in my 20s. It was bad.
Yep.
It was really bad. So I don't know about you. Did you eat junk like that?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I'm telling you. So just a few things. Okay, so I'm not going to go through my plethora. I mean, I think at this point, that if it comes in a bag with a barcode and it's got all these frills and the ingredients list has a million things on it that you can't pronounce,
mm-hmm.
It's not going to be any good, okay?
That's right.
we like the way it tastes. We like the way to just, snack on it or eat it. Okay, I know that. But the best thing for us to do is to just try our best to change our taste buds.
Yeah.
That's a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to do. And it's worse when somebody's trying to tell you to do it. Because it makes you want it even more, right? So, all right. So, what I'm going to look at first is some of the things that we could maybe just make simple switches with.
Okay.
So, I'll start with bread. Instead of our regular old bread, look, some people still eat bread. I still eat bread, but you know what? I do my best to only eat sprouted grain bread. Now, that is the same thing as Ezekiel bread, which I despise. It's like so I found a bread that's sprouted, and when it's sprouted, it's like wheat is not good for us. Not conventional, regular born grain wheat. I mean, they strip it. It's not the wheat of the days of old, where it still had nutrients in it. Some. And the germ, they strip it when they make bread now. It's bleached, and they add all this stuff to it. The best way, if we're gonna eat it, is to have it sprouted, which means the grains have like sprouted and fermented a little bit, so it's easier for our body to digest. Yeah. So sprouted grain bread. Now it's still gluten, so people who have celiac disease still should stay away from all breads, period.
Right.
Because it still has wheat gluten. But this is easier to digest. This is my favorite one right here. And it's called Killer Dave's sprouted bread.
Nice.
So Killer Dave, my husband has his own bread. He don't like to sprout it, but he likes Killer Dave's. And I like Killer Dave. This is the packaging, the way it looks. But I like Killer Dave's because they interviewed this guy, and he does his best to use sustainable ingredients. When you read his ingredients, he doesn't have a bunch of junk or anything in here. Just basic stuff to make bread. And they did a test on bread to find the pesticides. They tested so many breads that tested positive for pesticides. Only 2 or 3 brands came up negative for pesticides, and his was one of them. Wow. Yeah. So just about every bread you see in the grocery store, they sprayed pesticides on it. And the wheat is mainly GMO, which means it's been genetically modified. And his bread is non-GMO.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so it costs a little more. And if you noticed in this country, you're going to pay more for stuff that's healthier for you. The junk is cheap. That's the way it is. The junk is cheap. I don't know. The junk is
cheap. On sale.
Right. I never find this bread on sale. Never. It's about $5 or so too. So You know what? You get what you pay for. It's worth it. I can't afford not to buy it, because I like my health.
Yeah.
But so that's one thing. And the main thing though, like when you stay away from breads and things like this, it's basically to keep the inflammation down in your body.
Yes.
And to give you nutrition.
Yes.
So we lack nutrition. That's where all of our diseases start. Our body's just not getting what it's supposed to get. And if you do take supplements or eat things that are healthy, sometimes they just don't get into our cells. So you either pee it out or, it gets eaten up by the acid in our stomach and we're not getting any benefit from it. So you really have to make sure you get good quality ingredients and good nutrition. Okay? When we're older, we do need supplements. We do, because our body stops making them when we hit our 30s. And so we do need some help. One of the main things that helps us is omega-3s.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, omega-3s surround your cell. I mean, it's like our cells have a sheath around them.
Mhm.
And in order for us to get the benefit of anything we eat, any supplement that we take, it has to be able to penetrate the cell.
Yes.
And a lot of times, it takes omega-3 to break through that and penetrate that. So one of the good forms of omega-3s are flax seeds and chia seeds.
Yes.
Yeah. So you got to make sure you get a good quality brand. Those are both organic and non-GMO. They're in their purest form and state. So they're whole. So if I want to grind them up, I can, or I could put them whole into a smoothie. So I'm gonna tell you what I've started doing.
Okay.
To make sure, because a lot of times when you get busy, we have busy lifestyles. Some of us are just so busy. We're out all day. We don't pack our food. We don't plan ahead and prepare. Some people do. God bless them. Some people are good at food prep. I haven't been one of those, but I'm getting ready to start. But when you can't, it's good to start your morning or your day to try to get. It's a hack. This is today's terminology. Everybody wants some kind of a hack.
Mm-hmm.
The best way to get all of your nutrients, you can get a day's worth of nutrients in one smoothie. Just have it first thing in the morning and you're done. Don't mean you can eat junk for the rest of the day. But you know what? The biggest part of our nutrients come from greens.
Yes.
Whole, clean leafy greens.
Yes.
And it's like if you take a smoothie, you take a let me get my cup. So let's say you got one of these, what you're gonna blend your stuff in. Take your greens. Hopefully they're clean, organic greens. Kale, spinach, a mix of it, Swiss chard, all that stuff. And just pack this thing. Pack it. Don't just put the greens in. Pack it in. Smash them until you keep putting it in until it's about like 75% greens.
Okay.
And then you can put like a handful of either the chia seeds or the flax seeds. Okay. You need those omega-3s to help absorb this stuff. All right? And then you can fill it the rest of the way with some fruit.
Okay.
Preferably like a frozen banana or frozen strawberries or any kind of berries, blueberries. Cherries are really good. Because a little bit of sweet helps the medicine go down,
Yeah.
So we need to get those nutrients. I know a lot of us like fruit smoothies, but that's not giving us all the nutrition that we need. We need those polyphenols and all those good minerals and vitamins. A lot of times we're not vitamin deficient, we're mineral deficient.
That's right.
And so that's a good way to start your day. Just sip on that, take it with you in the car, have a straw, whatever, and drink it till it's all gone.
Okay, right? Question.
Yeah.
What other supplements and vitamins do you recommend besides the omega-3 60s?
You mean for
daily?
Get your omega-3s or just all supplements that we need to have?
All supplements.
Okay, so we need, I'll put it to you this way. Everybody doesn't need, it just depends on what state your body is in. If you got some type of an autoimmune disease like lupus, multiple sclerosis, thyroid disease, things like that, diabetes, you need to definitely have that green smoothie every morning, but you also need things that are going to be able to sustain you, to keep your blood sugar steady, and to continuously balance out your enzymes, your liver, because you want to keep that liver. Whew, your liver so and your kidneys are so important. You got to keep those sustained, clean, and running smoothly, like they're intended to be. Because if they're not, you just start a whole, downward spiral of things that you don't want to deal with. So some of the vitamins that we need. Okay, this is one of my favorite. So vitamin D. Okay, vitamin D can be quite controversial because it's really a hormone. It's not a vitamin.
Okay.
Because vitamin D takes care of so many of our body's functions. You need vitamin D. Sometimes we're just deficient in vitamin D, and you need cholesterol to make vitamin D in your body, if from the sun. That's why I don't buy into all this hype about cholesterol too, because if you put you on a medication to lower your cholesterol, guess what? Then you become deficient in vitamin D, and they give you a pill for that, and then they give you a pill for whatever else you get deficient.
Lord,
it's crazy. You end up in a life of just downward everything. So the goal is to get as many vitamins as you can from your diet, but a lot of us don't. I mean, from the amount of greens that you would get from a smoothie, like I just told you, you eat like 5 big salads a day. And we just don't. I don't want to chew. I'm not a cow. That's a lot of chewing. That's a lot of eating, and ain't nobody got time for that. So vitamin D. This is my favorite kind of vitamin D. This is Solar Gems. Okay, and it comes from cod liver oil.
Yes.
Okay, so you get omega-3s with it too. So D3. Okay. Whenever you take vitamin D, you need to take it with pair it with vitamin K.
Okay.
Because vitamin K takes the D and rams it into your bones where it's supposed to.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you take calcium, and a lot of people don't like taking calcium, but I take it because I don't do dairy products that much. And I take this form of calcium, which is Ancient Nutrients.
Oh, nice. Okay? Yeah.
And this comes from shells. Oh boy, this print's so small. I might need me some glasses when I finish this show. But it doesn't have a whole bunch of craziness in it, but it's got like the things in it that help your body absorb the calcium. Okay. So like I said, this is one of those things too where you need the vitamin K. So vitamin D, calcium, magnesium, all of those, they're all fat soluble. Okay. Which means you need to eat those, like eat fat right before you take them or right after you take them, whatever you prefer. It's fat for these to get into your cells.
What do you consider fat? Like avocado? Like avocado?
Avocado is one. Coconut oil is another one. There's not too many that believe it or not, grass-fed butter.
Yes.
That is a wonderful fat.
Good.
As long as it's grass-fed. You look at the difference of the regular butter on the shelves versus the grass-fed. The grass-fed is a bright yellow. The other ones are like a dull white, because they've been pasteurized to death and, yeah.
And
but those are good.
I was going to say they also come in a gold package too, the grass-fed butter. Gold or silver.
Yeah, most of them do. You're right. My favorite brand is that Kerrygold.
Yes.
There are also more out there, not a whole lot more, but yeah. So the other vitamins that we need too, now these are water soluble, is vitamin C and vitamin B, all the B vitamins. You need the vitamins, you need the spectrum of Bs, B12, B9, B6, B7, B5, all that stuff. You need all of those. That's niacin, biotin, all of those.
Yes.
Those are water soluble, so you can take those with water.
Okay.
And vitamin C. Now, vitamin C, I'm sorry, I don't take vitamin C because it's just too processed. And if you get the ones that you chew, it's mostly sugar. It's just sugar, and it's made in a lab, and it's made to be tasty, and so children will like it. Look, just go eat an orange. Just go eat an orange. Or like some of my previous tapes where I juiced my own orange juice, juice it and keep it in the fridge yourself. Juice it yourself. And have that for your vitamin C. Because any type of vitamin C, vitamin D, all that stuff, if it's not, like I said, God made the codfish. So the cod liver oil is definitely a good source of it, of the vitamin D. Vitamin D, otherwise you see it comes from cholecalciferol. And that comes from the skin of a lamb.
Oh, totally different.
Yeah, and I'm like, why do they think this is vitamin D?
Right.
And then can you think of the processing that they got to do to clean the hair and then take oil from it? And
right.
It's all chemical stuff, synthetic,
Yeah.
Just let them. I mean, look, I know the vegans are going to be like, well, I get vitamin D and you know what? God, I don't know what else to tell you, child, because there are some forms, but they're just not as good. I'm sorry. I mean, there are some things that you can get from a plant.
Yeah.
Definitely good, and it can help you with even building muscle and things like that. But there are some animal products that people don't like to think about it, but hey, it's superior.
Yeah.
To, the effects on our bodies. Now, trust me, a lot of people are going to be like, I beg to differ. Here's the thing. I'm going to tell you, I mean, I was a vegan for a year.
Wow.
My body started really lacking. And I mean, I got so sick of salads, all the time. And the beans, they started disagreeing with me.
Ooh.
I just learned that all the lectins and all the carbs and things, it wasn't good for me. See, that's why I don't enforce any kind of diet on people. Paleo, keto, vegetarian, vegan, all this stuff. Like, look,
you have to find what works for them.
Exactly. You need to know your body better than anybody else.
Yes.
Anybody else. And don't let anybody shame you into what you know is better for yourself.
Right.
If meat's going to be better for you, eat your meat. Just try your best, though, to get clean, grass-fed meat, which means you're going to have to pay a whole lot more for it. Now, I can tell you, chicken, I don't eat chicken. Chicken is very highly inflammatory. I don't eat chicken. I guess I consider myself a pescatarian because the most I eat is fish. I love salmon and I love tuna. But see, there's something everywhere that you have to watch.
Right.
Seafood is mercury.
Yeah.
And in all the veggies, you got to watch out for all the pesticides they spray on.
Yes.
And, some veggies are like, they got nightshades, which they emit a chemical that will hurt you, cause arthritis and stuff, because they don't want to be eaten.
Wow.
So you just, look, I don't call anything bad anymore. I have learned my lesson. I have learned my lesson. What's good for me may not be good for somebody else. It's just, with this whole cancel culture, I don't go into that mess. If it's not good for you, don't listen.
Right.
Go somewhere else if you don't like what's being told,
So,
yeah. So anyway, that's it. And I also take berberine.
Oh.
Berberine helps your body with glucose. So it's like some of us, like I have the thyroid situation that I
Right.
deal with,
Mm-hmm.
and I take the meds for that. I hope to be off of that one day,
Yes.
which means I am expecting a miracle. I have
Yes.
completely new thyroid. Seriously.
Well, we believe miracles.
Yeah. Catherine Kuhlman says, I believe in the miracle.
Yes.
So anyway, there are so many more things to help. Now, I'm in my late 50s, so menopause has been my nemesis.
Mm-hmm.
And what helps with that, for the women who also deal with that, is regulating of your hormones.
Mm-hmm.
So one way, ashwagandha, you can add that to your smoothies.
Mm-hmm.
Maca root.
Mm-hmm.
The best way to get this is gelatinized, or it looks like gelatinized. So you don't want raw maca.
Okay.
Raw maca is not good for us. It's just our bodies don't do well with absorbing it and everything. It has to be gelatinized. So that, and what else we got here? Hemp.
Yes.
Hemp hearts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And let's see, I got you the berberine. And we definitely need magnesium. Now,
Yes.
I don't like this form of magnesium. This is it's a whole food.
Mm-hmm.
You know, see that brand called Calm?
Yes.
A lot of people use that. That's magnesium citrate, and it bubbles up, and then you drink it. And if you drink too much of it, it's like a diarrhea effect. And people who are bothered with constipation love that.
Well, it's good for magnesium is good for constipation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's good for migraines.
Yes, especially glycinate, magnesium glycinate.
I like glycinate. That's the type I'm getting ready to get right now. Yeah. So glycinate I prefer. Yes. There's so many different kinds: magnesium threonate, glycinate, chelate, all this stuff. So you try what works best for you. But the most absorbable is the citrate, which is it bubbles up and makes you go to the bathroom. And second best, I believe, is the glycinate, which I prefer. And then when it comes to, oh gosh, there's so many things that we can do that's natural to help our bodies, get rid of inflammation. Mm-hmm. Inflammation is where it's like a fire inside of your body. Mm-hmm. And you got to put that fire out. So aloe vera, pure aloe vera, like take the plant and cut that fat out of the fillet, You can grind it or put it in a soup and add it to stuff. That really helps put out a fire.
Oh, wow.
Apple cider vinegar. Mm-hmm. And the one with the mother. Okay. So this is everybody's favorite brand here, Bragg. And the berberine. Now, black seed oil is my miracle worker.
Okay.
This, when I was in my, I forgot to mention that I am a certified nutritionist now.
Yes.
The teachers in my class recommended this brand right here for black seed oil. It's called Zatique. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
This is sourced from the Mediterranean. And it's a glass bottle. Uh-huh. Any oil that you put into or onto your body should be in glass, not plastic.
Okay.
That goes for coconut oil, olive oil, black seed oil. Any oil that you're using, it should be in glass because oil has a pulling effect. Uh-huh. If you put oil on your hand and put it all over your face after you get, had a day of wearing makeup, pull the makeup off. You wipe.
Right.
It has a great pulling effect. Makeup artists take oil and clean their brushes.
Yes. Uh-huh.
So it's pulling that plastic. So if you have any kind of oil, like this right here is my favorite coconut oil. It's in glass.
Yeah.
If you have any kind of oil that's in plastic, you are ingesting plastic.
Wow.
And that's just as bad as drinking water from a plastic bottle or, and they tell you all the time with the warnings, oh, don't drink with water out of plastic bottles. It's got this, it's got that. Hey, all plastics.
All plastics.
Listen, I learned this trick too. You see, these are strawberries.
Uh-huh.
And they're in glass.
Yes.
If you want your strawberries to last, see, look how good they still look. And I've had them for like maybe 4 or 5 days. And if you had them in another container, they would start looking all dull and dried up, starting to shrivel. These still look good and juicy, like I just bought them fresh. And you just put them in glass with a tight top and put them in the fridge.
I believe that you can do that with all the fruits and veggies.
You
and
should.
it makes them last longer.
Makes them last longer.
Plastic containers, but glass, mason jars, all of that is really good.
So I just bought these. So these are my favorite apples. And, you know, when you get them from the store, it's Gala.
Yeah.
So I'm going to transfer them out of this plastic bag right now onto my little dish that I have all of my other fruits in. But, you know, when you go to the store and it's like, I couldn't get to my favorite little farmer's market. That's where I try to buy all of my fruit and stuff.
Okay.
It's out. It's not in plastic.
Yes.
But you know what? Sometimes we got to do what we got to do. And, so as soon as I get it home, I'm like, okay, I'm transferring this stuff.
Yeah.
Just hope and pray. And you know what I love about organic apples and fruits? Go for the ugly fruit, y'all. I don't know why people go for all these shiny, pretty fruits. You go to the grocery store, they got all millions of apples.
Yes.
And they are shiny and pretty. Stay away from the pretty fruit. It's covered with wax. And you're eating
wax.
I mean, I don't care how much food grade wax it is. Your body is looking at that stuff like, what is this? I don't know what to do with this. You know? Then next thing you know, you got arthritis, you know? So this is another story too. This is olive oil. A dark glass bottle. But here's the thing. I think this is a good one. I think I found in my research this brand right here is a good one, Carapelli.
Okay.
And sometimes these oils are fake. It's soybean oil, you know?
Yes.
Or rapeseed oil. And, you know, this one has the dates that it was, you know, made and everything. But I'm just like, sometimes I look at it and I'm like, I don't know. And sometimes you look at these oils and see that they're imported from places that you like, how long has this thing been on the truck or on the boat?
Right. Where did it come from?
Oh, and zinc.
Yes, very important.
We do need zinc. And I just pulled this out. I gotta throw this away, but I use this to. And it's a pure zinc.
Okay.
But this was this one I had, zinc chelate. But it's in plastic. I'm not the best with that, but it's okay for right now. And these are my favorite little bitty buddies. Okay, so this is astragalus. No, this is astragalus. There we go.
Very familiar with that. Yes.
Astragalus is kind of like black seed oil for me. Black seed oil is supposed to cure everything but death.
Oh, wow.
Black seed oil was found in King Tut's tomb. It's this old.
Yes.
It goes back this old and it had that much value. Wow. To where it was healing people. And it still heals. I mean, you can put black seed oil topically on stuff and it will start healing wounds and rubbing it in. It takes away pain and inflammation. And when you drink it, oh my gosh, this stuff heals like nobody's business. I was having a bad allergy day. And at night when it was time to go to bed, I could barely breathe. I had to sit up, propped up and stuff, you know, had been outside all day. So I took this before bed and I sat up for a while. And it took me a minute to realize when I was going to sleep that I could breathe.
Oh, wow.
The sinuses were open because the night before I had a rough time. I couldn't sleep because I couldn't breathe. And that stuff opened my, I did not know that. I did not know it would do that.
Uh-huh.
But it had to, because I had taken it right before I went to sleep.
Wow.
But astragalus
Mm-hmm.
and an Asian root, this is the liquid version, the tincture. This stuff kills so many bad viruses. It's antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal. I mean, I had, what was it that I was dealing with? Well, that time I had COVID.
Right.
I took this. I took olive leaf extract.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. And what else did I take? I think I had this oil of oregano.
Yes. Yes.
And zinc and quercetin. I don't have that out with me. But I took all that stuff 2 or 3 times a day. When you have natural cures, you got to take them more often, because there's no chemical that can like zoom and break through and break things down, because it breaks good stuff down too.
Yes.
But this breaks only the bad stuff down.
Right.
I got rid of COVID in one day.
Yay.
In one day, I got rid of it. And my whole household. And people are like, why are you quarantining? You sick? I'm like, girl, they just say I have to. I don't have any more symptoms.
I remember that time.
Yeah. But yeah, I believe that there are so many things that we can do to naturally heal, you know? It's just like everything that ails you, there is a natural way to get to the root of it and stop.
Right.
You know, and not just be throwing a pill at it. You know, you go to the doctor because you don't know what you're dealing with.
It causes you to go down in a downward spiral.
Exactly. So, and all of these things, I mean, can you imagine back in my great-great-grandparents' days and stuff? They didn't have all these pills and things, and they ate black charcoal. They took all kinds of, they boiled plants. They knew what plants were good for.
They knew what herbs to use, and everything was in the woods, in the forest, and right there on their land. And that's why, how you started in the beginning, that's why it's important to eat from the tree or from the ground.
That's right.
All of that is natural.
True. And if you ever had a chance to look at indigenous tribes and people who live today, no electricity, no nothing, no way back in the rainforest and in places in Africa, they don't have anything in packages. They eat tubers from the ground. The men climb trees and get honey and coconuts and stuff from them. These people are in their 80s, 90s, 100 years old, climbing trees.
Yes.
Climbing trees.
Living a long time. Yep.
And killing animals to eat.
Yes.
Because the animals, they kill it, skin it, whatever, right there. They don't shoot it up with hormones and antibiotics.
And you know what else they do? They use everything from the animal as well. They don't waste.
That's it. Every part.
That's even here in the Americas, you know, back when the Indians and Africans and all who lived here before.
Yes.
So they all ate off the land, and they ate, like you said, from the animals, from the earth, from the trees. And that's why they were so healthy and they lived so long.
Exactly.
Before their environments were infiltrated by foreigners. Yeah.
Yes. And oh my gosh, that's about our time, girl. I'm just like, there's so much more. I mean, you know what? I brought this out. Yeah, I know it's in a plastic bag, but it's popcorn.
Yes, I love it.
I love popcorn. I cook it in coconut oil.
Okay.
I don't understand for the life of me now why people still put microwave popcorn.
I know. They don't know any better, though. That's why you have this show. You're going to teach the way.
Yes. It's so dangerous.
Yeah.
It's so dangerous and deadly. And even when it comes to these supplements, all these supplements, everything, you've got to read what's on the back, because they've got, the little thing that tells you everything that's in it.
Yeah.
At the bottom, it says other ingredients right up underneath the panel. And if that panel says anything like maltodextrin, magnesium stearate, silicon dioxide, titanium dioxide, all kinds of colors and things, that good stuff that's in it, it's not going to get in there because it's going to be absorbed by all of the bad stuff first.
Wow.
Because that's usually what they call excipients, or things that hold the pill together.
Right.
And it's going to keep your body from absorbing all that goodness that's in it. So you're not doing yourself any good. You have to only stick to other ingredients that say simple things like a gelatin capsule.
Yes.
It says vegetarian capsule.
Yes.
You're eating glue.
With the vegetarian capsule?
Yes. Because
wow.
it's cellulose or hypremulose. You'll see those words. Okay. And it's basically a glue. Like you see cellulose on shredded cheese.
Right.
If you look at the ingredients for shredded cheese, it'll tell you all the cheese, pasteurized enzymes.
Right.
Cellulose is to keep it from caking.
Mm-hmm.
And sticking together. And it's mainly just glued, and it's nasty. And your body looks at that like, what the heck am I eating?
That's why we have to detox.
Or you can avoid it.
Right.
By,
But on your way to avoidance, detox is a good way to help your body, prepare.
Yes. So on this journey of life, find you a farmer. If you're not going to grow your own food, which is what we should all be doing, and a lot of times people live in apartments and stuff and they just don't have that ability, find you a farmer's market and a farmer that you trust.
Yeah.
Because some farmers have to use pesticides, and pesticides are cancer causing.
Yes.
Carcinogen. It is. I see people now, we're in a house and I see people in their yard and they're spraying Roundup to kill the weeds. And I'm like,
goodness.
Don't you know that glyphosate will give you cancer? There's so many lawsuits right now.
They don't know. That's why they need you.
Yeah.
People really don't know. They haven't been taught.
Well, share this podcast, people. Share it and go back and play it again if you need some more information, or go to my website. For mine is LaTonyaBlackGilliard.com, and just get yourself educated and save the lives of your children. I mean, there's so much bad stuff out there now that we're feeding our children. It's bad. I mean, Pop-Tarts, cereal, there is no such thing as a good. I mean, it's like a dessert masquerading for something that's good to start your day with.
Right.
And it's all either gluten or just sugar or a bunch of additives and things put together. You're better off giving them eggs and bacon. I don't know. But you know what? Make your meats clean. Yeah. Make your veggies, everything clean. Read ingredients, read the labels, and by all means, pray over your food and try to eat out as little as possible, because you don't know what they're cooking in.
Right.
And that
That's right.
But you know what? You're going to have to do your best to do your best. Thank you for joining me, Di. I appreciate it.
You're so welcome. I look forward to our next encounter.
Yes. And tell everybody where they can see you.
Well, right now I'm actually having a website created. I met a wonderful person that is helping me with that. So I will make sure to get that information to you so you can share it. And I will have it the next time we get together.
Yes. Yay!
But right now I'm on IG under I Am Amazing Di, and I'm on Facebook under Di Smith.
Wonderful. Yes. And you guys, you can find me everywhere with LaTonya Black Gilliard. YouTube, Facebook, IG, LaTonya Black Gilliard.
Yeah.
I do have another YouTube channel that I've started called Delicious Life. But you can find my name there too. Do your best to just make your life delicious and make your joy nutritious. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Make your smile contagious. Make your laughter outrageous.
And live fit to be well.
Yeah. Thank you, Di.
You're welcome.
I love you.
Yes.
Join us next time, people.